Finally, I've got it. I've got a confirmation from the local police on what I'm allowed to do in terms of landscape photography during this phase of the state of alarm. Now, there are a lot of restrictions, but I can go out for the purposes of photography. Only at specific times of day, and looking at it, I think my best option is to go out early morning. It's going to be a bit of a rush. I can't leave the house till 6, and sunrise tomorrow is at 6:43. So it's going to be a little bit of a rush to do something, but I'm going to go for it. Typically, of course, now that I've got this information that I can go out, looking at the weather forecast for the next week, we've got completely clear blue skies and probably fairly boring sea conditions. But I don't care. I'm going to go out and just enjoy the process of landscape photography. And if you're new here, this is the kind of stuff that I normally do. So if you enjoy this, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I thought it was going to work, and I've taken the shot, but I'm just not convinced the composition works. What I was trying to do was get kind of a channel of water running through from the right hand side, curving around, and then the arch, and then just a little bit of colour in the sky. But I just can't get the composition quite right, so I'm going to try something else. Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. So I finally got the word from the local police that I am allowed to come out and do photography. There are restrictions. I can only come out during specific times of day, so 6 AM until 10 AM or 8 PM until 11 PM. And as far as I understand it, I can't drive anywhere to do it, I can only walk. So it does limit me a bit. For evening shoots, the 8 till 11 slot would be okay, but there's likely to be more people around. It's going to be difficult to find a quiet place and to socially distance. For the morning, the challenge is I can't come out till 6. Sunrise is at 6:43 today, and it's been a bit of a rush. When I first got here, I did set up a kind of a tricky, clever composition down in the pool with the tripod legs extended right down into the water. It looked okay when I was kind of setting it up, but I wasn't really sure and I ended up giving up on it and trying to go for something simpler. I've got the 16 to 35 lens on at 35mm with a 3-stop hard-edged ND grad in. It is actually past official sunrise now, but the sun is currently behind the Sierra Elada Mountains over in the distance, and all I've got is kind of the shapes and patterns of the rocky area here at Los Baños de la Reina on the end of Isleta de los Baños, one of my favourite local locations. I've got those kind of leading out, and then hopefully the sun rising past the mountains in the distance. I'm focusing on the end of the rocks, which should give me sufficient sharpness, but what I might do is, once I actually get to the point where the sun's coming up, I might do a quick focus stack just to be on the safe side. F11 ISO 64. I'm going to take a shot now, 1.3 of a second, 2-second timer. I mean, that's quite nice because the patterns kind of form a bit of a snaking line going out. Doing another one now at half a second, and yes, I am filming the back of the camera with a GoPro. Sun's coming up right over just a little bit to the left of the left-hand thirds. That looks alright actually. So I guess I could have predicted that as soon as I was able to come out, we'd end up with blue skies. But that's kind of the way it goes, I guess. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get a great image this morning, but there's something just so therapeutic about the process of coming out, of setting the camera up, of taking my time over getting the composition looking right. It's good to be out. Okay, the sun's well up over that way now, and I'm going to see if I can get a shot, maybe looking across the scene, something like that, before I pack up and head for home. Okay, one final shot, because there's people turning up now to go fishing. Just looking out across the baths out there. In fact, I'm taking it quickly because they've just walked straight into my frame. Hopefully I've got at least one or two okay images. I'm not expecting anything great. We shall see. Okay, I'm obviously out of practice at vlogging in the field because I forgot to shoot the end segment, the outro to the video while I was out there. I think there was quite a few people turned up to go fishing. And by the way, fishing is permitted in the current phase of the state of alarm here, so they were doing what they should do, although I'm not sure they should have been in quite the groups that they were, but that's another story altogether. Yeah, I kind of felt like I needed to get out of their way, so that's probably why I forgot to record the outro. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Image wise, nothing particularly fantastic, and I definitely don't think that first image works, but the others are nice enough. And just the process of being out and, you know, doing landscape photography, what I consider to be the way that I enjoy it the most, was just really, really nice. Obviously I'm gonna try to get out again, you know, over the next week or so, but with the restrictions that I've got, it's only going to be very, very local stuff. But I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, you know, consider giving it a like and sharing it on social media, and of course leave me a comment. But before I go, I've got a quick question to ask you. In my last video where I talked about you know, things that I'd learned during lockdown, I talked about the fact that I'd actually quite enjoyed some of the indoor creative stuff that I'd done. Now, if you've watched those videos and if you've enjoyed those videos, I want to know if you would like me to do some more of those kinds of things, just occasionally in the future, rather than just pure landscape photography. You know, if you're interested in me doing a bit more of that indoor creative stuff and maybe sharing a video once every 6 weeks, 2 months or whatever, let me know and I'll see if I can do it. Anyway, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. So until the next video, thank you very much. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.